glad you could join me. You know, music is one of the ways that I like to decompress after my day and kind of just settle down. It's also a good way to start your day. So, reading's also there too. So if you love to read, that's also a way that you can let the stress of the day, you've had a rough day, good way to decompress, read, play music, meditate, do yoga, whatever works for you. But the real reason why you are here today is because we are on our next couple of chapters in David Walliams' Ice Monster. Today, we are on chapters 25 and 26. Let's get started. Chapter 25, Pickpocketing on Ice. This was the best bedtime story ever. Up in the clock tower of Big Ben, Elsie told the gang of child thieves the whole tale, just as with all the orphans at Wormley Hall. The girl had an entire audience enthralled with her storytelling. She told them how the mammoth had been found, about Queen Victoria's visit, and how the plan was to bring it back to life with a bolt of lightning. "Let me get this straight," began Big Joe. "You need us to help you steal 1,000 silk handkerchiefs?" Elsie nodded her head. "Well," began Zoe, that should be all day in today's day's work for the Sticky Fingers gang." Indeed it was, and for Elsie, the most fun day ever. London had become so cold that winter that the River Thames had frozen over. Ladies and gentlemen had put on their skates and were spinning across the ice, the perfect setting for a ballet of pickpocketing. Elsie became part of the most infamous child gang in London for the day, as they swooped and twirled and robbed. Ding! A silk handkerchief, and another. Ding! And another, and another, and another. Ding! A toffee apple. Yum! Ding! A box of toenail clippings. Not so yum. Ding! A silk handkerchief. Ding! Another. Ding! A pair of lady bloomers. What would they be doing in a bishop's pocket? Ding! A Scotch egg. Ding! A silk handkerchief. Ding! Another. Ding! Another a glove. Ding! A flask of brandy. Ding! A silk handkerchief. The day went like a dream. When two policemen made their way across the ice, Elsie assumed that the fun might be over. Far from it. The Sticky Fingers gang were such skilled thieves they simply stole from the policemen too. Ding! A cheese and pickle sandwich. Ugh. Ding! A pair of handcuffs. After a long and surprising, tiring day of robbing, the gang and Elsie retired to the clock tower to share out the spoils. "I've lost count of how many handkerchiefs we got," said Zoe, "but there must be over 1,000 here. The rest of the loot we'll give to the poor." "Yeah, us!" snorted George. All the gang laughed. As for Elsie, her eyes lit up with joy. With the help of her new friends, she had achieved the impossible. Now she could return to the Natural History Museum in triumph. "Good luck, kid," said Bella. It was strange being called kid by someone considerably smaller than you, but Bella was a feisty one, and so Elsie let it pass. "Goodbye," said Elsie, as she threw a haul of handkerchiefs over her shoulder and hurried out of the clock tower as the bell chimed 8 times. Bung, 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 bung. The girl had done it. Chapter 26, A Little Problem. Elsie took the 1,000 silk handkerchiefs and 1 pair of ladies' bloomers to the professor. Immediately, he put her and Dottie to work sewing them all together to make something that resembled a balloon. The other bits and pieces the professor asked for were gathered together, and by the end of the week, the unlikely trio were ready. The storm clouds gathered over London. The professor decided that tonight was the night to take to the skies. Now was the moment to see if the prehistoric creature that had been dead for 10,000 years really could be brought back to life. But before all that, there was a little problem of Mr. Clout. The security guard patrolled the Natural History Museum at night, and although he wasn't the brightest spark, there was the ever chance he would notice a live mammoth. Click-clack, 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 click-clack. You could hear him coming a mile off in those hobnailed boots of his. "Good evening, Mr. Clout, sir," said Dotty as she pretended to mop the corridor. "Are you still here?" asked the security guard. He took pleasure in treading all over the clean part of the floor, so poor Dotty would have to do it all again. It was past closing time at the museum, and Clout was used to having the place to himself. Dotty should be long gone by now. "Yes, Mr. Clout, sir, and behold, there is a very stubborn stain on the ceiling."
"The ceiling?"
"Yes."
"How would there be a stain on the ceiling?"
"Maybe someone spilled their tea and it went upwards."
"Upwards?"
"It can happen." Clout peered up.
"I can't see anything."
"Keep looking," urged Dotty. This was Elsie's cue. Unseen by Clout, she crawled between his legs and began untying his long bootlaces. Dotty stole glances at the girl to check her progress. There
is no stain,"
said the man. "Keep looking." Then Elsie began tying his boots together.
"I think you have finally lost your marbles, madam."
"Keep looking." Elsie nodded. To Dotty, that was her cue. The cleaning lady whisked up her bucket and slammed it down on Clout's head. Cling! The man couldn't see a thing.
"Who turned out the lights?"
As his boots were tied together, he couldn't get away. "Quick!" shouted Elsie, and together she and Dotty bundled him into the cleaning cupboard.
"Get off me!"
They slammed the door, dunk, and locked it. Click! Boom, boom, boom. Clout thumped on the door.
"Let me out!"
Outside the door, the pair giggled like naughty schoolchildren. "Right," said Elsie. "Let's get to work." All right, my friends. That is the end of chapters 25 and 26. So, now, you are going to be doing what we always love to do. Are you ready? I hope you are, because I don't want to do this more than once. All right. You, meaning each and every one of you, even you down there, and you up there, and over there, and in that corner, you will be answering each and every question with... All right, yes, complete sentences. Now, if you don't know the answer to one, go back, replay the chapters, listen closely, and then answer. Do not put, "I don't know," "no," "maybe." You must use a complete sentence. We are going to be grading you, and we are going to be giving you lower scores if you don't do complete sentences. So, we will see you tomorrow, and in the meantime, find something that you like to do, a hobby of some kind. Maybe it's a talent. Find something and make sure you spend time doing it. Have a great rest of your day, guys.